Welcome to the line change. In this video, we're going to be talking about Elias Pettersson and Rick Tocchet. We're going to be looking at, in particular, an article posted on Daily Hive by Noah Strang, and the title reads, Tocchet admits Vancouver Canucks are trying to change Pettersson's playing style. This was published yesterday around close to 10 a.m. We're going to go over it and discuss it, break it down. I'll leave a link to this article in the description down below if you guys want to take a read yourselves. But the article starts off by saying, one of the most notable differences in Pettersson's game is he's being a lot more aggressive, getting more shot attempts off. It's part of the Canucks' plan to change his approach, get him moving downhill more. In an interview with Mike Halford and Jason Bruff on Sportsnet 650, head coach Rick Tocchet said the Canucks are changing Pettersson's playing style. What may have worked for the Swedish center in the 2022 season when he scored 102 points is not necessarily what's succeeding in today's game. Goes on to quote Rick Tocchet, I know people joke about it. I say it all the time. If you want to score goals or you want to be a dominant player, you've got to move your feet. You've got to get to those areas. You've got to be deceptive. You've got to play north hockey, regroup hockey. Taking the puck back won't win in the NHL. I think sometimes Petey likes to regroup, slow the game down. I'm not sure how many years ago doing that might have worked, but now you have to play a more north style, and we're just trying to reprogram his brain when it comes to that. And he's buying into that. That's why I think he's getting better at that, but there is another level for us and our team. This is really interesting from Rick Tocchet. Once again, giving us the same line, move your feet, move your feet. So that's where that comes into play. He mentions how previously Pettersson liked to regroup, slow the game down. That seemed to have led to success a couple of seasons ago when he had his 102-point season. Obviously, the game has changed slightly since then, and obviously that approach was not working. Therefore, they are trying to change the way he plays. And, you can't rely on the same old style. The game of hockey is constantly evolving. You need to evolve along with it, is essentially what Rick Tocchet is saying to Pettersson. The article continues saying, Pettersson's turnaround coincided with him opening up to reporters on his struggles and admitting he needed to do better. This was also around the time Tocchet mentioned he saw the struggling star putting in extra work after practice and that Pettersson was seeking more help from the coaching staff. That honesty and extra effort seemed to have paid off, which is great for Pettersson and the Canucks. It also begs the question of why it took so long for Pettersson to start doing the necessary work. Now, we did mention in a previous video about how Pettersson did not have a good relationship with the Sedins. You can find that video up here. Perhaps that's changed in the last few weeks or since Pettersson opened up to reporters about his struggles and admitted that he needed to do better. I mean, we haven't heard anything exactly that he's working with the Sedins, but perhaps this could help with that relationship. The article goes on to quote Rick Tocchet once again as they asked him that question on why it took so long for Pettersson to start doing the necessary work. Rick Tocchet is quoted as saying, this is a question at the end of the year that we've really got to dive into. Continue Tocchet. Right now, Petey, he's a great kid. I think there was a lot of expectations on him. I think he knows. Was he ready for it over the summer of this season? I think he's been a little surprised at what he had to do to maintain a level that we expect from himself. So is there a little bit of catch up? Yeah, I can be totally honest with you. And then that is the end of the quote from Rick Tocchet. Great article from Noah Strang. And yeah, basically Rick Tocchet admits that him and the Canucks are trying to change the way Pettersson plays as they realized that him trying to play the same way he did when he got that 102-point season wasn't working. He was trying too hard to replicate that, and it wasn't working for him. So with Rick Tocchet coming in and showing him a different way of playing the game, it seemed like while Pettersson was struggling, maybe he wasn't keen on that style. He wanted to keep going the same way he was going, and perhaps a light bulb went off in Pettersson's head, realizing maybe my coach is right. Maybe I need to change the way I play, and maybe what they're doing is what's best for me. And in the last, 5-6 games now, we've seen it. We've seen a big change in Pettersson. As we mentioned in our Canucks versus Jets recap video, Pettersson's got points in 5 straight. This article mentioned him having 4 goals and 7 points in his last 6. Obviously, that's now 4 goals and 8 points in his last 7. So Pettersson's really turned it around, and this is apparently the reason. We now know why Pettersson's games suddenly changed like that. It's because Rick Tocchet and the Canucks organization, the coaching staff, have instilled Pettersson to play a different way, to move his feet. And that's exactly what he's been doing, and it's leading him to being EP once again. Now, as far as next season, if he keeps this up, we could see Pettersson get another 100-point season. Especially, it makes you wonder if he has this mindset and plays this way for a full season. Just imagine the type of player he'll be, and you won't be hearing the fan base saying, trade him, trade this guy, get rid of this guy. He's soft. He's Bambi. I do, after reading this article, am thinking more and more, before July 1st, Pettersson's not being traded. I don't think, after reading this and the fact that the organization and the coaching staff have, gotten him to change his playing style, I don't think they're going to trade him. Now, Pettersson is a Canuck for the long haul, and we mentioned how in a previous video that Quinn Hughes played a major role in the JT Miller trade, which you can also find up here. They're obviously hell-bent on keeping Quinn Hughes happy. I think if you do end up eventually trading Pettersson before his no-move clause kicks in, you're going to upset Quinn Hughes. So, and especially hearing that he basically, told the Canucks that they should stick with Petey. If they end up trading him, that might piss off Quinn. So that might be another reason. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this article and what you guys think of Pettersson's turnaround. Can he keep it up? Can't get points every game. Pettersson is not on the same level as a guy like McKinnon, McDavid, Draisaitl. He's not there, but he's still a 100-point player. And this is just really nice to see him turn things around, especially after how bad he's been the last 11 months prior to this. And it's just good to see positive with Pettersson, considering all that he's gone through and had to deal with in regards to the media, the whole JT Miller situation. It's just really great to see him enjoying the game and not having a lot on his shoulders. But that's going to do it for this video. Once again, go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to The Line Change, go ahead and subscribe, as you don't want to miss out on all our Vancouver Canucks content. You also really help out the channel if you do so as well. Follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All those links are in the description down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.